Why do you do that?
Do what?
Check your guns.
You never know.
The original Matrix movie is one of my all-time favorites. As far as science fiction goes, it's still one of the coolest universes ever created, but something was lost for some when the two sequels came out. I personally loved Reloaded for its awesome tone and new characters, so if a game is going to be made based on any of them, why not this one? Unfortunately, although it's obvious the game's developers had high hopes for it, it didn't turn out like I hoped. This is Enter the Matrix for the original Xbox. Enter the Matrix gives you a choice of two playable characters, Niobe and Ghost, both of the Logos ship. That's right, Neo isn't playable, and Morpheus and Trinity are both only playable in a little bonus section. But if you manage to get over the fact that you're playing as some pretty minor characters, the story is actually not bad. The writing ties some of the scenes into elements from Reloaded, and it's on par with the movies. The ability to pick between the two characters also helps to keep things interesting, although it doesn't serve all that much practical purpose. Although I love the story and setting of Enter the Matrix, the gameplay is where the game runs into some problems. It's a third-person shooter, as you might expect, with heavy emphasis also being put on hand-to-hand combat. In addition, a pull of the left trigger gives you access to focus abilities that slow down time and allow you to perform intense takedowns and diving kill shots. This aspect of the game actually works pretty well, but it all falls apart with how it controls. First, the guns are controlled by the black button for some reason, and you can't aim or adjust the camera with the right stick. Instead, it puts you into a first-person mode that you will never, and I mean never, use. Just getting your shots to go towards the correct target is nearly impossible. Not being able to adjust the camera would also be fine if the camera could center itself behind you on its own, but you'll routinely get shot by enemies you had no idea were behind you because you couldn't see anything. Using the focus abilities is definitely the most enjoyable thing to do in Enter the Matrix. As SWAT agents storm into the room, you can dive back and whip out an MP5 to mow them all down before they even get a shot off. You can also use this ability to avoid fire or even run on walls to set up awesome takedowns, and trust me, you'll need to use the abilities. This game is really freaking hard. In a way that's not such a bad thing for a game based on The Matrix. You really do feel on edge and frantic throughout the whole thing, which mimics the tone of the movies perfectly. You're even able to do hacking sections to unlock rewards, and it really does feel like hacking. You'll have no clue how to unlock the stuff if you don't read up on the internet. Perhaps Enter the Matrix's strongest aspect is its presentation. Not only is there a ton of live-action footage, but tremendous voice acting, even from minor characters. Although because this is based on Reloaded, Joey Pants couldn't be in it. What a shame. For an Xbox game, it's visually on par with a game like Second Sight, and some of the effects look really sharp. Music is also amazing, perhaps the best besides Halo on the original Xbox. Enter the Matrix has a great story, awesome presentation, and nails the tone of the Matrix films perfectly. However, it's not a good game simply because it has frustrating gameplay. I only recommend this to hardcore fans of the Matrix.